players, you've got to be aggressive, whether that means getting the ball inside or, just being aggressive when you take shots. Don't avoid contact necessarily. You've got to be strong enough. You've got to feel confident enough that you can finish shots with contact. Don't shy away from contact. Attempt to make three-point plays instead of just maybe getting fouled and going to the line for 2 shots. Number 2, DeKalb County is partnered with that aggressiveness. They've got to get to the free throw line more often. In the last 2 district ball games, both of them being losses, Tom, we talked about the numbers. DeKalb has only taken or attempted 16 free throws. That's 8 a game against Cannon County and then Upperman on Tuesday night. And partner that with those opponents shooting 66. That is 33 to 8 in free throws attempted on average in the last 2 ball games. DeKalb has got to get to the line more often. I'm not convinced they're a poor free throw shooting team because I haven't seen them get to the line enough. And lastly, they have to get touches in the post. They've got to get touches to both, whoever it may be. Bobby Johnson, Max Stribling, Johnny Ray, Destin Farr in particular. They've got to get offensive touches in the post.
Starting lineup tonight for Gordonsville, sophomore number 10, Josh Grooms, number 11, Dusty Ray, a sophomore, number 33, John Austin, a junior, number 34, Stephen Jackson, a senior, number 44, Blake Dillingham, a senior. Starting lineup for the DeKalb County Tigers at center, 6'4.5" senior, number 52, Destin Farr. At guard, 5'9.5" junior, number 42, Matt Holmes. At point guard, 5'9" sophomore, number 11, Jacob Melton. At wing, 5'11" junior, number 12, Lance Dillard. And at forward, 6'4.5" senior, number 44, Justin Zoller. David Watson, the coach at Gordonsville, decked out in blue, white numerals trimmed in black. Lynus Martin, the head coach at DeKalb County High School. This his 4th game as head coach. The Tigers decked out in home white, black numerals trimmed in gold. Former head coach Danny Bond in attendance tonight in his first game in the stands since his resignation a few weeks ago. DeKalb County will be moving right to left as you listen to Visualize.
Brought his little transistor radio with him tonight as well.
As here we go as the ball tip won by DeKalb County. Dillard with the basketball looking down low for Farr, and Gordonsville anticipating. Getting some pressure down there, swatting the ball out of there. That's going to be Holmes for 3. It's on the way. It's up. It's no good. Foul on a collision here. Darvin, again, we're going to point this out as we'll get the foul call against Holmes. 2 officials out here on the floor tonight. They used to get very physical in a fast-paced ball game, and these officials are going to have their hands full.
Yeah, they will. They're going to have to really work hard. And it's more difficult during a boys' game because usually a quicker pace.
Pressure coming by the DeKalb County Tigers. With it's going to be Dillingham in the backcourt. We'll hand it off to Josh Grooms, the sophomore. Firing it up the floor. Pass deflected, but able to come away with it is Austin. Austin looking down low. Shot up by Dusty Ray is no good. Follow is up and good by Ray. Gets his own rebound. And the follow, and Gordonsville's got a 2-0 lead.
A good defensive sequence there by DeKalb. Very close to getting that turnover using full court pressure.
Into the front court comes the DeKalb County Tigers. Dillard on the far side, back out near the circle. Here's Melton to the near side to Matt Holmes. Holmes in the corner. Has Zoller going to lob it up for Farr. Farr along the baseline, puts it up, shot short. Rebound tipped out by Farr to Justin Zoller. Zoller pumps up the J. It won't go. Rebound, Gordonsville's got it with Dillingham. Dillingham firing it up the floor. Austin into the front court near side. Pressured by Dillard. Back out to Dillingham around to Grooms. Working the perimeter as Gordonsville slowing down the tempo here. Driving with the basketball. Dillingham kicks it back out to Austin. Austin near side, Dillingham. 2-0 Gordonsville with the early lead just underway in game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Grooms with the ball. Fronted by Melton, will fire it off to Dusty Ray up top of the key. Ray swings it around Dillingham. Dillingham works it back off to Steve Jackson, gets his first touch on offense. They'll work it into the hands of Austin, who fires the free throw line jumper. No, but a whistle and a foul. Actually, this is going to be against Gordonsville on the rebound. Number 11, Dusty Ray. First personal, first team foul against the visiting Tigers.
DeKalb County will have possession. Looks like Tigers will settle, that is, Gordonsville will settle into a 2-3.
And 6:22 on the clock in the first. DeKalb County still looking for their first points. Holmes out to Melton. And it is a 2-3 half-court zone being issued here by Gordonsville as Dillard sets it up on the near side. Out top of the key, Melton. They've got Zoller. Zoller's open, pumps up the J. It's up short. Rebound up high to grab it is going to be Austin. And here comes Gordonsville with Austin leading the way. Austin into the front court. Grooms on the far side. Back out top of the key to Austin. Austin with the basketball. Touch pass off to Ray. Ray sets it up, swings it around Grooms. Grooms back to the near side into the hands of Jackson. Jackson's J up no good from 12. And a rebound by Matt Holmes. Here come the Tigers with Holmes leading the way. Into the front court. He'll pull up the free throw line. Now dish out to Zoller. He's open for 3. It's on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled away by Gordonsville, Austin takes it. Tigers can't buy a basket here in the early going. They trail 2-0. Into the front court. Austin will work the ball to Jackson on the far side. Steven Jackson against Destin Farr. Top of the key now to Austin. Austin fronted by Holmes. Austin looking for a lane. Holmes with some great defensive pressure. Going to force a pass. Dillard almost took it away from Dusty Ray. Ray double teamed. He's in trouble. You can't throw it in the backcourt. That's a turnover.
And that was just a mental mistake. And what was amazing is number 10, name eludes me right now, thought he could go in the backcourt and receive the pass.
That was Grooms. Indeed, he did. And it's just kind of a mental mistake there by both players. And so DeKalb County will be the beneficiary of the Gordonsville turnover. 5:05 and counting here in the first. 2-0 Gordonsville. Melton looking for and finding Farr. Farr loses the basketball. He'll dive for it. He travels. Actually, they're going to say slid across the baseline trying to retrieve the basketball, and DeKalb County will give it back to Gordonsville.
Try to get the ball to him at the mid-high post, let him put it on the floor and drive to the basket.
Ball comes into Grooms. A nice behind-the-back move to avoid Melton. He'll work it to Dillingham. Back to Grooms in the front court. What's the three ball? It's on the way. Air ball. Rebound underneath by Gordonsville. Ray into the hands of Jackson, but a 3-second call going to be whistled against the visiting Tigers, and the ball will go back to DeKalb County.
We've seen that call, the 3-second call, with some frequency in the girls' game. I wouldn't appear that it would be any different here in the boys' game.
Slow tempo here in the early going. And right now, Gordonsville on top 2-0. The Tigers have gone almost half the period with no points. That will change. Why? Because Melton finds Zoller underneath. He scores the easy 2. We're tied up at 2. Steal by Dillard. Dillard is going to pump it down low to Zoller. Zoller off the glass. It scores. And the Tigers on top by 2. 4-2.
Yeah, great defense right now. The Cabs gaining some momentum.
Grooms with the basketball for Gordonsville. Pump it cross court to Jackson. Jackson will bring it across the timeline. Jackson looking, driving. Oh, Farr. Beautiful job by Destin Farr, taking the charge, and Jackson will be whistled for his first.
And that was a charge all the way. You said correctly when you say Destin just taking it, because it was there for the taking. He wasn't going to stop. Destin looked like he stood there for about 3 seconds waiting on for him to get there.
Fantastic job. And so DeKalb County will get the basketball back, leading by 2 now. 4-2 as we wind down to the 4-minute mark of the first period. The ball will come to Holmes on the far side from Melton. Holmes setting it up back to Melton near the circle. Quickly near court to Lance Dillard. Dillard puts it on the floor. Now goes cross court to Holmes. Holmes looking for a driving lane. He'll try to create one. Cannot as Jackson's all over him. And back out Melton. Melton looking for Dillard. Ball deflected. Going to be picked off by Gordonsville. Dillingham's got it. 2-on-2. Kicking it out to Grooms. Grooms now will be forced to slow it down. He'll fire it back out to Austin. Bounce pass to Grooms. He's open for 15. It's up, in and out. No good. Rebound. Melton's got it. Here come the Tigers leading by a deuce. Melton leading the charge into the front court. Jacob Melton near side to Lance Dillard. Dillard in traffic. Now back out to Melton. Melton slicing and dicing. Kicking to Holmes. Open for the 10-footer. In and out. No good. Ball will not fall through the cylinder for either team. And Gordonsville will get it back. 4-2 DeKalb County. Winding down to the 3-minute mark of the first period. Basketball to the hands of Dusty Ray to Dillingham on the far side. Fronted by Justin Zoller. Back to Jackson. Jackson guarded by Farr up top. Will dish it off to Austin. Austin kicks it off to Dillingham. Jumper no, but the follow's up and good by Austin on the offensive rebound. We're tied up at 4.
And Austin has to be someone DeKalb is predicated on as far as defensively. They've got to be concerned with where Austin's at all times.
Justin Zoller with the basketball in the corner will bring it out to Dillard near side. 2:40 and counting in a tied-up ball game at 4-4. A low-scoring affair. Zoller firing up the 3-ball. It's good. 3-ball corner pocket. He knocks it down, and it's a 7-4 ball game.
Justin Zoller 7.
Dillard takes it away. Dillard takes it up. Dillard scores, and the Tigers lead by 5. Timeout on the floor. 20-second timeout for Coach David Watson at 2:25 left to play in the opening period, and DeKalb County defensive pressure has given them a 9-4 lead.
Yeah, they've done a good job. That's a couple of steals now that they've turned right into baskets off the press. And as I was going to mention, Justin Zoller 7, Gordonsville 4, and now Dillard finally adds another basket as Zoller has scored 7 of DeKalb County's 9. And a lot of that has been the big lanky senior really getting into passing lanes, especially in the full-court press. DeKalb doing a good job right now of really causing havoc with their pressure.
9-4, 2:25 left to play in the opening period. The DeKalb County Tigers on a 5-0 run here. They trailed 2-0. Gordonsville led that score for an eternity, it seemed like. And DeKalb County able to come back, take a 4-2 lead. Gordonsville tied it. Now the Tigers are on the run, and here comes the pressure. Matt Stribling's into the game. He will force a turnover. Stribling has the 2-on-1. He'll take it himself. Basket good. Matt Stribling scores, and the Tigers lead it by 7. 11-4. As the ball comes into the front court, John Austin near side. Austin looking to drive, and what? We are going to have a whistle and a foul on the floor. I believe Destin Farr going to be whistled for the infraction, his first.
Team second is try to come out and stop the ball, stop the dribble, and of course that was Austin non-shooting.
And the basketball will go back to the Gordonsville Tigers as they bring some subs in. Number 23, Jared Givens is in. Number 32, 𝗤𝗪𝙑𝗪𝗲. Number 10, Josh Grooms will sit down, as will number 34, Stephen Jackson. 2:05 left to play in the opening period. The Tigers lead by 7. DeKalb County on a 7-0 run. Ball comes top of the key to Givens. Givens, guarded by Melton, gets in traffic, will dish it. As 𝗪𝗪𝙑 on the wing, 𝗪𝗪𝙑 will kick it back out. 3 ball is up. It is in and out, no good. That was by Givens. Rebound follow up, blocked by Farr. The putback is up. It is no good. Gordsonsville still with yet another offensive rebound. The putback is up, no good. Another offensive rebound, counted in the foul. As backup was Dusty Ray, but Darvin, the offensive rebound's big for Gordsonsville. Persistence paid off.
And now Justin Zoller is going to be called for the personal. That's going to be his first team third. And a few of those occasions, it was just the way the ball bounced kind of odd. DeKalb County was in good rebounding position, but the rebound not coming to them. And, you know, that's going to be a key tonight to make sure DeKalb County continues to rebound well defensively.
Ray converts the three-point play, and now Johnny Ray is into the ball game as Destin Farr will sit down. DeKalb County with their 13th foul. And it is now 11-7 with $1:42 left to play in the opening period. And this is Jacob Melton across the timeline for DeKalb County. Has Holmes on the far side. Holmes finding some traffic, goes cross court. Zoller, top of the key to Melton. Melton looking to drive, kicks it out. Holmes open for the 3 ball. No good. It tries to crawl over the rim, and the rebound taken away by John Austin. Here comes Gordonsville into the front court. 1:22 and counting, and a 4-point basketball game favoring the DeKalb County Tigers. Givens bounce past top of the key. This is Ray. Ray fires it off to Dillingham. Wants the 3 on the way. No good. Long rebound to Zoller. Zoller to Melton, and here come the Tigers. Our Tigers, that is, as Melton into the front court, fires it off to Holmes, near side. Cross court, Zoller open in the corner. He wants the 3. It's up. It's no good. Rebound swiped away by Gordonsville. Austin leading the charge. Austin out front to Givens. Givens couldn't get a hand on it. Turnover, Gordonsville.
Good bounce pass by Austin, but it gets away from Gordonsville. Timeout whistled. And I believe that's Coach Martin taking that.
Taking the 20-second timeout with 55.2 seconds left in the first period. I think Coach Martin wants to kind of settle things down. We're getting kind of a running mess out here, some sloppy play, and the DeKalb County with the lead, and he wants to try to pad that with 55 seconds remaining here in the opening period.
And with 55 seconds left, trying to let them know what we want to do in the last 55 seconds as far as ball handling and shot selection is concerned. And Gordonsville, you know, they want to get, I believe they want to get more into a running style game. Of course, DeKalb County can be very effective as Holmes will check out as Dillard has re-entered.
And so for DeKalb County, it's going to be Johnny Ray, Matt Stribling, Justin Zoller, Jacob Melton, and Lance Dillard, the 5 on the floor. With 53 seconds now, as the ball will come into Melton, and DeKalb County may opt to hold for one final shot, Darvin, as they look to be slowing down the tempo.
A very relaxed pace here.
Into the front court comes Melton at 42, and they'll work it to Dillard on the near side, spreading it out. Melton, now far side to Justin Zoller, back to Melton. 34 on the clock. DeKalb County taking their time. Melton to Zoller. Zoller to Melton. Melton near side Dillard. Dillard for DeKalb County again, spreading it out, no hurry. 23 seconds on the clock, running it down. They lead by 4, 11-7. Zoller bounce pass to Stribling in the corner, back out to Melton. Melton with the basketball to Zoller. Zoller will look down low, has Stribling there. Turnaround J by Stribling is up, it's short. Rebound pulled down by 𝗪𝗪𝙑 of Gordonsville. They'll get the final shot. 5 seconds on the clock. Dillingham in the front court. Cross court Givens. Givens, deflected and blocked out of bounds by Johnny Ray with 1/10 of a second to go.
It's going to be Gordsonsville ball, but officially you cannot catch and shoot with a 10. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. The only thing you could hope for is a tip drill to tip it in.
Comes in, a period is over. 11-7, the DeKalb County Tigers lead it by 4 at the end of 1. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on WJLE.
Electrical operative, where you make the difference. You're involved, that's the key. Assured low-cost electricity. Power for your home, the economical choice. 𝗙𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 cooperative, where you make the difference.
11-7 at the end of the first period. The DeKalb County Tigers fought off a sluggish start. They have a 4-point lead led by as many as 7. But if you're either coach here, Darvin Gill, you know you're not playing your best basketball right now. And right now, Coach Lynus Martin, I think he's encouraging that point, stressing it. We're playing okay, we're leading, but we're not playing what we're capable of doing right now.
And not really not knocked down any jump shots other than Zoller. Zoller's been pretty effective. Everything else has pretty much been keyed off transition and or turnovers, which is fine. I know that he wants to get everybody else involved as Rankhorn has entered the game for the first time now.
And if you're Gordsonsville, you got to feel pretty good as they've not played very well either, but they're still hanging into this thing as Dillingham will go cross court with the basketball into the hand of Givens. Givens then coughs it up. Johnny Ray falling on the floor. There's going to be a tie-up, and it will be DeKalb County basketball.
It's going to go back to DeKalb. That's a tough jump ball. Looked like Ray had most of the possession through most of that sequence, and Gordsonsville player laying on top of him, but I guess it's a moot point as DeKalb gets it back. DeKalb County with Melton, Rankhorn, Dillard, Stribling, Ray, the 5 on the floor. Rankhorn with a pass down in the corner to Matt Stribling. Stribling brings it out to Melton. Melton, far side, pulls up now, will dish it off to Stribling, down low to Johnny Ray. Ray draws a double team, will work it off to Rankhorn. Rankhorn, what we got? 3-second call. Another lane violation. We have seen several of those tonight. That's the second one in this. I think about 5 or 6 overall, counting both games so far.
7:25 left to play in the second. It's 11-7. The DeKalb County Tigers lead, but the Gordonsville Tigers have the basketball and a chance to make it 2, possibly even 1 with the score here. As the ball will come to Grooms, near side Dillingham. Back to Grooms, the original 5 out on the floor. Actually, 1 substitution. Givens is out there. Givens with the jumper. Up, it's no good. Rankhorn pulls down the board for DC. Rankhorn hands it off to Melton. Melton will work it into the front court for the Tigers. Off to Rankhorn. Nice pass down low to Ray. Rankhorn faked him out, and he went down low to Johnny Ray, who scores the 𝗎𝗍𝙥𝗏, and the Tigers lead by 6.
Great bounce pass entry by Rankhorn. Very nifty passing, if you will, by Rankhorn, getting the ball to Ray in great position.
Grooms across the timeline for Gordonsville. He'll work it to Givens on the far side. Back out top of the key now. Stick up between the circles. Josh Grooms, sophomore point, will work it to Dillingham near side. Fires it off to Jackson to Dillingham. They'll go to work, try to get it down low. They finally find it down there. 𝗤𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. Harville has it knocked out of bounds by Matt Stribling. And the basketball will be maintained by the Gordonsville Tigers.
And during that sequence, Johnny Ray got away with a foul, as he was the one that had tipped it originally to kind of start that play off as it ended up going out of bounds.
The basketball in Harville comes to Grooms. Grooms works it over to Dillingham. Very quick pass down low for along the baseline. Harville shot up no good. He gets his own rebound, puts the ball back up, in and out of the cylinder, no good. Rebound, Ray.
Is it just me, or that looked like about 3 steps?
It kind of favored that, but it's a no call as Stribling into the front court, hands it off to Melton. Melton sets it up for DeKalb County to Rankhorn. Rankhorn down in the corner, Stribling looking for Ray, but Ray's double covered. They'll go cross court. Melton. Melton looking, driving, slicing, dicing, scoring. Jacob Melton with a deuce for the Tigers, who lead by 8 at 15-7.
Here's where their defense needs to come up big, keep continuing to be aggressive defensively.
Givens to Grooms, top of the key. Grooms, near side Dillingham. Back out top of the key, Grooms swinging it around. They're working the perimeter. Again, this is going to be, a pass intercepted. Givens throws it to Rankhorn. Rankhorn all the way, missed the layup. Dillingham pulls down the rebound for Gordonsville.
Might have had a little contact there. I'm not going to say they should have called the foul, but got to finish that with contact, but Rankhorn missing an opportunity.
I think Jacob anticipated the contact, that whether or not it came or not. As Johnny Ray, beautiful job as he intercepts the pass and then banks it off of 𝗤𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 out of bounds to give DC the ball back.
Yeah, good defensive effort by Ray. First off, getting the ball initially on the steal and then having the presence of mind to make sure he bounces it off the opposing player and retains possession.
John Austin's check back in for Jared Givens for Gordonsville. DeKalb County will have the ball and an 8-point lead with 5:10 left to play as Jacob Melton looking to lob it up for Ray. Ray has it tipped away. It's going to be taken away by Gordonsville's Dillingham. Into the hands of Austin, quickly into the front court, shovels it off to Jackson, pulls up 8-footer good. Steven Jackson will score. Gordonsville's first points of the second. It's 15-9 DeKalb County. Rather low-scoring affair. And the first 11-plus minutes of the basketball game. Dillard down in the corner to Matt Stribling, a host of Tigers, waiting at the scorer's table to check in. Melton's open for the three ball. It's on the way, no good. Short off the rim. Rebound, chase down. Austin has it. Stribling tried to tip it out of there, but able to come up with it was Austin. Quickly, Gordsville into the front court. Comes to Grooms near side. 10-footer on the way. It is no good. Rebound tipped around. Who's got it? Gordonsville, last one to touch it. Back to DeKalb County, trying to save it. Was 𝗪𝗪𝗏 trying to bank it off of Rankhorn, but he couldn't do it. And so DeKalb County will get it back. It's Zoller, Holmes, and Farr all back in. Rankhorn and Stribling set down for the DeKalb County Tigers. And Johnny Ray also coming off. I thought somebody else needed to come off the floor. Ray will get a breather.
They might have been trying to run that 6-on-5 play. Can be pretty effective.
Sometimes, yeah, if you can find that open man especially. 4:22 and counting here in the second. It is 15-9 in favor of the DeKalb County Tigers. Melton lobs it up near side for Dillard.
A lot of offense back in the game right now for DeKalb.
Cross-court Holmes was open momentarily, but the door is shut. Now Holmes looking down low for Farr. Farr turnaround Jay is up. It's short. Farr is on rebound. The putback is good. Heads up by Destin Farr. I think he anticipated some contact. Softly laid it up and missed, but got his own board.
Well, Jackson tried to create a charge situation, taking a flop, but it was no call, and a good no call at that.
17-9 is the score in favor of DeKalb County. 3:50 and counting in the corner. This is Austin. Pulls out of there to Grooms. Grooms top of the key back over to Austin. Austin thought about a three, no. Instead back to Grooms. Swings it around Dillingham near side. Looking for finding 𝗪𝗪𝗏. 𝗪𝗪𝗏, is that a foul against him? No, it's a foul against Farr on the block. Farr tried to draw the contact, but he waited a little late in the game to try to get it.
Well, it's not a charge. Destin tries to take it. I would assume that'd be a no call like it was on the other end. Both post players on defense trying to draw a foul that's not there. I felt like that's probably a good no call the way it was on the other end, but fortunately DeKalb's Destin Farr picks up his second, and pretty costly with 3:40 remaining here in the second.
He's going to be checking out here in a moment as the 𝗪𝗪𝗏 free throw is good. Johnny Ray will be back in the game to give Farr some time on the bench. Lee Colwell's in for the first time as Melton goes to the bench, likely making Holmes the primary ball handler here. The two have split time as the ball handler in recent games as the free throw is up and good by 𝗪𝗪𝗏. His first two of the night. It's 17-11 to DeKalb County by 6. Holmes looking to shovel that off to Dillard.
I got tipped. Got tipped by Grooms.
I thought so, and the official originally said Gordsonville ball, but was overruled.
Tell you what, that's the situation with two officials. That the other one on the baseline not seen that. Those are the kind of plays that could become pivotal down the stretch if, because we only have two. We have some blood on Holmes, and that's unfortunate because he'll have to exit.
Indeed, he will have to check out of the basketball game. That is a rule, of course.
Oh, gosh, that's on the jersey. He's going to change jerseys.
So Matt Holmes will check out of the game and likely have to go to the locker room to change out jerseys. Checking back in, Dusty Ray, number 11 for Gordonsville, spelling Blake Dillingham, and it looks like Jacob Melton will be back out onto the floor for the DeKalb County Tigers. Melton, Dillard, Colwell, Zoller, Ray, the five out on the floor. 3:35 left to play in the second period. No major injury, it doesn't look like, to Holmes, just a nick or a scrape, something of that nature. Dillard, top of the key, near side Melton, puts it on the floor, driving the baseline, nothing there, out to Zoller. Zoller, Gordonsville very feisty in the 2-3 zone as he'll work it to Ray. Ray pulls up, got the jumper on the way, good. Nice touch by Johnny Ray. Knocks it down from 6, and the Tigers lead by 8.
Shows a sweet touch of late around the basket, has Johnny Ray.
Well, we've bragged about his play all year. Johnny Ray's really stepped up and been a very good player this year for the D.C. Tigers. Tigers forcing a turnover on defense. Lee Colwell comes away with it. Colwell near side will hold up and wait for his team. Now off to Dillard. Dillard pulls up, forcing the 8-footer. It won't go. Rebound tips around. Gordsville trying to save it was 𝗪𝗪𝗏. Can't get to it as he steps on the sideline.
And I believe Dillard feels like he got fouled on that. You see him missing short, unlike Dillard to miss short like that. Either Grooms getting a piece of the ball or getting a piece of Dillard. One or the other, that shot was either altered or a foul. One or the other, you don't see Dillard missing that way very often.
Jacob Melton will inbound. Will do so to Colwell on the backcourt. We'll hand it off to Melton. Coach Lynus Martin not pleased with his team's play right now, being very vocal on the sidelines down there. Melton going to come near side with it to Dillard. Dillard for the Tigers. Some pressure there. Is going cross-court looking for Colwell. Almost taken away. Now it will be. 𝗪𝗪𝗏 deflected it. Grooms picked it off. Grooms works it back to Jackson. Jackson long pass into the front court to Ray. Ray, top of the key. In traffic, will dish it off into the hands of John Austin. 2:28 and counting. It's 19-11 in favor of DeKalb County. Austin with the basketball. Out to Grooms. He's open. Maybe thought about the three for a moment, but will dish it off into the hands of 𝗪𝗪𝗏. 𝗪𝗪𝗏 looking down low. His pass deflected out of bounds, and the ball will go back to the Gordonsville Tigers. 19-11, DeKalb County with the 8-point advantage. Low-scoring affair, 2:18 left to play here in this second period, as ball's going to be deflected against Zoller, going to knock it out of bounds, and DeKalb County with a substitution checking into the basketball game. Cody Randolph, number 22. The freshman getting some time as Melton will come back to the bench. And 2:18 on the clock. The ball coming down low. Zoller almost knocked it away, but getting down there is going to be Austin. Austin with a shot off the baseline, good. He's got 4. And Gordonsville pulls to within 6 at 19-13 as we wind down to the 2-minute mark. Into the front court, Tisdale has the ball, or Randolph, I should say, has the ball deflected, taken away by Grooms. Grooms, conversely, has it knocked away by Colwell out of bounds. The Gordonsville Tigers maintain possession. Zoller will sit down now as Matt Stribling back out on the floor. So the Tigers, with Randolph, Colwell, Dillard, Ray, and Matt Stribling out there, been a lot of combinations on the floor for the DC Tigers in this first half as Coach Martin's trying to find something that works. Low-scoring game, and not a team has got to be very pleased right now. Extra step there by Jackson, but he misses the shot. Stribling pulls down the rebound. Finding Dillard. Dillard will bounce it off to Randolph. He'll bring it into the front court for the DC Tigers. Cody Randolph, bounce pass far side to Colwell. They'll go to Stribling. Stribling's going to be fouled from behind as Harville come in there and got some real estate. Matt to the line for 2 shots.
Good pass underneath. That really puts Stribling in a situation where at the very least he's going to get fouled. A great offensive position on the posting and a great pass inside to Stribling. Got to knock down your free throws here.
$1:30 left to play in the half. Stribling goes to the free throw line for the first shot up good, and it's 20-13 in favor of the DC Tigers by 7.
Something that hasn't showed up because the Cab's been leading, but this is the first free throw attempted by the Cab, Tom. It's kind of a similar situation that's been going on the last couple of games.
Stribling hard off the iron, no good. Rebound into the hands of Johnny Ray. And DeKalb County will maintain possession with a 7-point lead. It comes to Dillard, fires it out to Colwell. Colwell puts it on the floor, driving to the basket, draws some contact, and Lee hard to the floor. But what about the resiliency there of Lee Colwell driving to the basket, taking that contact?
And that's exactly what Coach Martin's looking for. All the DeKalb County players to be aggressive, take it to the basket strong, don't avoid contact, kind of welcome it, if you will, and certainly there, a good job of Colwell taking it strong to the basket and getting a shot off and getting the foul.
Stephen Jackson second. Colwell rolls home the first one as it trickles off the front of the rim through the netting, and it's 21-13 in favor of DeKalb County.
Surprised that Holmes didn't have to change his jersey as he checks back in.
Holmes is back in. Randolph will sit down, and Colwell will get a second free throw chance to make it a 9-point game. Does. DeKalb's biggest lead of the game, 22-13 with $1:21 left to play in the half. It is Gordonsville with the basketball, comes into Jackson. Then DeKalb County coming with a 2-2-1 full-court press. Dillingham will work it back into the hands of Austin. Austin splitting defenders, trying to get into the front court. That's it over and back. No call there. It's Grooms. Finds Jackson along the baseline. Gordonsville gets a break, but can't get the shot to fall. Rebound. Stribling saves it on the baseline. Stribling finds Holmes. Holmes lobbing it into the front court for Ray off the glass. No good. Gets his own rebound. The follow won't go. Rebound taken away. Gordonsville. Austin has it. Austin pressured in the backcourt now. 51 seconds on the clock. Austin weaving through traffic. Colwell trying to take it away. Breaks into the front court. Austin wants to do it all by himself. He takes it all the way. Shot. No follow yet. Well, Austin may be ill-advised and took it all by himself, Darvin.
And the home crowd liking it. That was the Austin show, if you will.
22-15. Matt Holmes met by a double team in midcourt. Finds Dillard. Down near side is Stribling. Back out to Dillard. DeKalb County spreading it out. Darvin, they want one more shot, and let's go to the locker room.
Yeah, I want to make sure they maintain at least a 7-point lead.
Colwell to Stribling at the free throw line. Will shovel it out to Holmes near side. Holmes on the perimeter. Draws the double team. Back out to Dillard. 10 seconds on the clock. Holmes will get it on the handoff. 8 seconds on the clock. Holmes looking down low for Stribling. Lobs it up there. Bounce pass to Ray. Ray is going to have it knocked away. Actually, Ray's going to be the last one to touch it out of bounds. I think DeKalb County certainly wants some contact.
One extra pass, though. Stribling makes one extra pass. Probably should have taken the shot himself.
22-15, 3.1 seconds left. Inbound to Jackson. Jackson from quarter court at the buzzer. No good. It's not been pretty, but for the DeKalb County Tigers, they have the lead, 22-15 at the break. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. The halftime stats and more coming up. This is DeKalb County High School Tiger basketball on WJLE.
Holmes and Land Magazine?
Yes.
WJLE?
Yes.
The Smithville Review?
Yes.
The Middle Tennessee Times?
Yes.
Is there any place the double agents, Tony Luna and Debbie Stribling of Center Hill Realty, don't advertise?
No.
What about on the web?
Yes, there's centerhill.com, TonyLunaSold.com, Realtor.com, Homes.com.
Okay, I get it. So where do I go to get in touch with them?
Simply call Tony Luna or Debbie Stribling, the double agents at Center Hill Realty today at 597-8488.
If I'd only known what she wanted, this was one of the few times when she didn't have the chance to plan ahead. But we never talked about funerals. I guess we always thought there'd be plenty of time for that later. Now it's too late. Don't wait until it's too late. Call Shannon B. Cantrell or Michael Hale today at DeKalb Funeral Chapel and find out more information about Forethought Life Insurance. That's DeKalb Funeral Chapel at 597-9400. The obituary line is 597-9600. DeKalb Funeral Chapel.
Hi, I'm Kevin Bandy with DeKalb Community Bank. Have you ever dreamed of building your own?
The players they've got that they may prefer running as opposed to playing a half-court set. And you look at what DeKalb County's been able to do. What I've been impressed with mostly by DeKalb County's defense. They've held Gordsonsville to 15. I think you've got to give a lot of that credit when you say, Gordsonsville hasn't played well. They haven't, but DeKalb's defense has to get some of that credit. They've done a very good job of contesting shots, getting in the passing lanes, and played good defensively. But unfortunately, DeKalb's offense has not been able to step up and kind of be that kind of offense we've come to kind of expect over the last, actually this season we've been pretty good offensively. You look at the scoring for DeKalb County, very balanced. Justin Zoller with 7, Johnny Ray with 4, Matt Stribling with 3, and then Lee Colwell, Destin Farr, Jacob Melton, Lance Dillard, each with 2. So a lot of balanced scoring and a couple of people stepping up. And Zoller had a big first quarter, but DeKalb County offensively, it's when they've not been able to get those perimeter shots to go down, Tom, or transition, they've not been able to, really work it real well. Kind of got a little bit better getting some inside looks to, in the second half, to Stribling and to the Johnny Rays. Of course, Destin had set due to foul trouble. Unfortunately, that's becoming a common occurrence. And now in the second half, I'm sure DeKalb will want to involve more of those inside players a little more often.
DeKalb County with 11 points in both the first and second periods. Gordsonsville 7 and 8 respectively in the first and second, 22-15 at the half. John Austin leading in scoring for Gordonsville, 6 points in the basketball game. Dusty Ray has 5. Stephen Jackson and Kyle Harville with 2 points apiece. Gordonsville at the free throw line, 3 of 3. But at the half, the DeKalb County Tigers on top 22-15 here in Smithville in this non-district Saturday night showdown. Saturday night basketball, Darvin. And
Saturday night special.
College basketball certainly gotten fired up today. Some interesting matchups. And by the way, in case no one's heard, Carson Palmer of Southern California wins the Heisman Trophy. And I think that's a bit of a surprise to me. I probably would have looked at my 2 favorites would have had to been Larry Johnson and Ken Dorsey. Just looking at it, certainly Johnson's numbers can't overlook, but any of the 5 players that were in the running certainly were well deserving of this award.
I would have thought 𝗥𝗍𝗄. I think 𝗥𝗍𝗄 meant a whole lot to Miami, especially for the fact that when he didn't play well, they didn't play well. But Carson Palmer, it's like they said, really didn't have a bad game all year. Even when they lost, he played pretty strong. I believe that should be the first Heisman Trophy winner since Marcus Allen, maybe Charles White, whichever one of those is the oldest of the 2 there from the Trojans, but the first one since that era.
20 plus, well, around 20 years, I guess.
Yes.
Pretty close. So, nevertheless, Carson Palmer, Southern Cal, your Heisman Trophy winner. And college football's bowl games are right around the corner. It'll be a great title game between Miami and Ohio State. We talked about that some of the fearless forecasters getting ready for the bowl season.
The Orange Bowl is the real national title game.
You think so?
Well, I think other than Miami, I think those other 2 teams, you're looking at Southern Cal and you look at what they play match up with Iowa.
Right.
I think that's a good matchup. I think if you had a playoff, you'd like to see the winner of the Ohio State-Miami play the winner of the Iowa Southern Cal. And that would have been the perfect scenario.
Be a heck of a Final Four, for sure. Tiger basketball on WJLE tonight is brought to you by Caney Fork Electric Cooperative, Center Hill Realty, Curtis Supply Company, DeKalb Community Bank, DeKalb Funeral Chapel, DCC Communications, Liberty State Bank, Stribling Chevrolet, and Love Cantrell Funeral Home. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. The second half of action coming up.
Pre-planning at Love Cantrell Funeral Home is a way for you to plan your own funeral. By planning ahead, you pick the type of service you want. Pre-planning gives you peace.
The DeKalb County Tigers over the Gordonsville Tigers. It's Tigers Square tonight as Gordonsville in for a non-district showdown with the DC Tigers. District action resumes on Tuesday night as DeKalb County on the way to play Livingston Academy. Encourage everyone to hop in the car. Darvin is about 45 minutes to an hour up to
Depending
Livingston.
if Darvin's driving.
if Darvin's driving, it's probably 25, 30 minutes to Livingston. And no, seriously enough, we'll get a good crowd up there because 𝗎𝗏𝗏 will be rocking.
Yeah, 𝗎𝗏𝗏 will be rocking, H-O-G-E-Y-E. But, you know...
Jackson will get the ball for Gordonsville. First shot is up. He banks it in good. Steven Jackson will score, and Gordonsville makes it a 5-point game.
24-hour banking.
Tigers coming out with Melton, Holmes, Dillard, Zoller, Farr. The original starting five back out on the floor for the black and gold. In the corner, Justin Zoller. DeKalb County moving left to right as you listen and visualize here in the second half. They'll find Farr, the one-handed shot up no good. Holmes in there for the rebound, however. Back up off the glass and good. Matt Holmes scores.
And oddly, his first points of the night. That's quite unusual for Holmes, but being in the right place for the offensive putback.
Darvin, a very aggressive 2-2-1 being issued by DC here.
Yeah.
Into the front court, he comes to Ray. Ray will take it, and Farr's going to be called for a block. He tried to draw the charge, but wasn't sent.
And that's going to be his third. I thought there was a walk before that. It looked close, and my goodness, you know, that's a tough call. His third personal, and you know, Coach Martin may be inclined to say, hey, you got to play through it. I've got to have you out there. You've got to, you know, Destin struggled with that through most of his career, and it's just, you know, it's not a bad thing from the aggressive standpoint as the first free throws missed, but you got to have your best post player in there, and he's just trying to be aggressive and make things happen, but it's a tough, and it looks like Coach Martin is going to let him just play through it, Tom.
Ray misses, and that's the first Gordonsville missed free throw this evening. The second one by Ray is on the way. It is good as it rattles home. 24-18, Tigers by 6. Holmes will bring it into the front court for the black and gold. Holmes out on the wing with it, looking John nice fake it. He drives the baseline, shot up no good, tip up no good. Farr gets the rebound, bowls his way in there for the shot. Good. Destin Farr.
Luckily, that's not a fourth foul.
Putting the arm down and just digging his way through there. Goes back up with the offensive rebound. Tigers by 8.
Somebody takes a flop there. It's 4 personal.
Ray hands it off Austin. Austin will pull up with the shot over. Far it's good. Nice touch there by John Austin. And Gordonsville pulls back to within 6. 26-20.
Gordonsville looks re-energized time on offense.
In the front court, the basketball. Melton has to chase it to the backcourt as Holmes' pass deflected. Melton touched it before it went into the backcourt, thus the cause of confusion there.
Yeah, it was deflected. Now, Melton has to regain possession for that to be over the back. I think that's the contention there, but a close call like that probably goes their way.
Dillingham for Gordonsville to Jackson. Free throw line jumper. Up, no good. Rebound, Farr takes it away. Farr to Holmes. Holmes with a 1-on-4. Numbers don't favor him. He'll slow it down. Dish it low to Farr. Farr draws the double team, puts it up. Shot won't go. Farr gets the rebound, puts it back up. It won't go. Foul. Contact. 2 shots for Farr.
Good job of Farr really being aggressive there, gaining the contact. Got to knock down the free throws.
The foul will be on Jackson. His third personal foul. First team foul. And Gordonsville, only 5 fouls in the basketball game. 3 of those have been accumulated by Jackson.
Only 5 for the Cab, but 3 of those accumulated by Destin Farr.
Farr makes the free throw. He'll get another, 27-20. So the big body's battering and bruising and drawing personal fouls at the same time. Farr will eyeball for the second gimme that's up. It is no good. Hard off the iron. Rebound. Melton comes away with it for the black and gold. Melton will bring it back out. DeKalb County will set up the half-court offense. Cross court to Dillard. They've yet to get Dillard many open looks at the basket. Dillard's not had many since about the first couple of games of the season. Cross court, he'll get an open look here, but he'll drive. Taking it baseline, Dillard draws the contact, going strong to the hole, and so Lance to the line for 2 shots.
Gets the benefit there of the foul, but you got to like what Lance does there. Is Austin, they're going to call the foul on Austin, being aggressive. Thought he had the open 3, but instead he wants to take it, drive to the baseline, and he gets the free throw line, and Lance, a very good free throw shooter, so never a bad thing when he gets some free tosses.
He's set for the first one, which is up and no good. So Dillard missing that one, and DeKalb County, whose lead is 7, missed a couple of free throws here. They could be up around double digits, but you got to convert the free ones. Free throw good. 28-20, 5:54 on the clock. Third period. DeKalb County's lead is 8, and the pressure coming. Dillingham will inbound as Zoller's long arms outstretched to try to hinder the inbound. They will get it into Austin. Austin will break away from Dillard, but Dillard now, with some help from Holmes, able to knock the basketball away. It rolls out of bounds in front of the Gordonsville bench, and the visiting Tigers get it back.
And a good job of Dillard trailing behind, hustling back down.
28-20, 5:47 on the clock here in this third period. Grooms with the ball to Dillingham, near side Austin. Austin, they'll work the perimeter to Dillingham out top. working against Melton, swings it around to Grooms, who's fronted by Holmes. Back to Dillingham. His pass deflected, intercepted by Farr. Farr out ahead to Melton. Melton will hold up as it was one-on-one with he and Dillingham. Back out to Dillard. Dillard pumps the J, in and out, no good. Rebound Farr, the putback, he's fouled. That's Jackson, and that's 4.
And a great job of Destin Farr being aggressive on the offensive board, gaining great position and being very active and athletic underneath.
Steven Jackson's got 4, and now Coach David Watson's got a decision to make here, as Destin Farr will be at the line. He could give the Tigers a 10-point lead. Coach Watson not going to no one on the bench at the moment, as I changed that. The free throw missed. Actually, Harville already been sent up to the scores table. He will check in, and sitting down will be Jackson. Farr will get the second free throw, but some misses here in the third.
Yeah, DeKalb right down in the third has hit 2 free throws out of 5, and of course that's not a real good percentage.
Missed again. Rebound. Austin pulls it down. Tigers still lead by 8, but can't get the free throws to go down. Into the front court. The ball comes to Dillingham. Cross court Grooms. Bounce pass in the corner to Ray, who goes cross court Dillingham. He'll draw a double team. Dish it down to Harville. Over Farr. Shot up. Good as he falls to the deck trying to draw the extra foul. Harville knocks it down. It's a 6-point game, 28-22. Here comes Melton and the Tigers. Melton splitting the double team. In trouble. Traffic there out to Dillard. Dillard driving the baseline. Again had the open 3. Charge called. It's a great flop by Ray down underneath, drawing the contact from Dillard.
Probably not a lot of real physical contact, but a charge in the sense that he had gained position. There was contact initiated by the offensive player. And you're right, a good effort going down, drawing it.
4:53 on the clock. Gordonsville will get the basketball back. They could make it a 4-point game, possibly 3 with the 3. But the DeKalb County Tigers, on defense, they'll swarm the ball at the midcourt. Grooms to Harville. Harville kicks it out top of the key to Austin. Back to Grooms. Back to Austin between the circles. Thought about an extremely long 3. We'll pass it off for Grooms for 3. It's up no. Dillard the rebound. Here come the Tigers as Dillard pulls it down. Farr's out front. They'll lob it into the front court. Farr draws a quick double team. He'll get it back to the trailing Dillard. Dillard will hand it off to Matt Holmes. And Holmes will set up the Tiger offense. 4:20 on the clock here in the third. Bounce pass far side Dillard. Dillard maybe thought about a 3. His pass intended for Zoller, deflected by Dillingham out of bounds, and the black and gold maintain possession. Side court for DC. Melton will inbound. 4:14 on the clock in the third. 28-22 is the score. Tigers lead it by 6. Led by 7 at the break. Ball comes into Dillard. Dillard back to Melton out between the circles. Near side Holmes. Holmes, they've been giving him some pressure all night. He's only got the 1 basket this evening as the ball comes to Dillard. Dillard draws the double team in traffic, puts it up there and good. Lance Dillard getting down low and getting the deuce off the glass.
I believe he actually finished with contact. Looked like he got a little contact there at the end.
30-22. Tiger fans trying to make some noise down here, encourage their team as they lead it by 8. 3:45 and counting with the basketball. Austin will dish it off Harville to Ray. Driving the baseline shot, no. And now a travel going to be whistled as Ray gets his own rebound and then walks with it.
Yeah, when it doesn't draw iron and you're the one that rebounds your own shot, that's the travel.
As the DeKalb County Tigers will get the basketball back. Justin Zoller will head to the bench as Matt Stribling is back into the basketball game. 30-22. Melton will work it across the timeline. His team ahead by 8. Melton finds a lane on the near side. Looking to lob it low to Farr. Pass deflected. It's going to be picked up by Dillingham of Gordonsville. Dillingham looking in the front court. Holmes with a steal. He intended to pass to Harville. Holmes to intercept. Here comes Holmes the other way. Driving to the basket. Count it. Layup good. Matt Holmes will score, and the Tigers lead by 10.
The sweet finger roll, and it's all started by the great steal on the defensive end by Holmes.
32-22. 3 minutes left to play in the third. Ray on the wing. 15-footer is short. Rebound by Stribling. Stribling hands it out to Holmes. Fires it up the floor. Melton. Melton, nice juke around Grooms, but he traveled on his way to the basket.
That's close. I thought it looked like a pretty good move. Maybe moved his pivot. I thought it was a good shot fake to get him in the air. I wouldn't have called it a travel. But
I don't think he liked it too much. Of course, nobody likes to have a whistle blown on them, but
and I'm sure no DeKalb fans think it's a travel.
Austin on the far side. Grooms. Gordonsville's got it back. Harville looking down low to Ray. Nice ball movement there, but he missed the shot off the rim. No good. Rebound Stribling. Here come the Tigers. Holmes into the front court. Far side. Looking, juking, passing along the baseline to Farr. Farr, tough pass out to Melton. Melton low for Stribling. Stribling's one-hander is good. Matt Stribling will score, and the Tigers lead by a dozen.
Here's where you make your run. They're starting to do it. Keep the defensive intensity up.
Largest lead of the basketball game for the black and gold, 34-22, 2:14 and counting here in the third. Quick passing by Gordsonsville. Ray along the baseline. Shot blocked by Farr. Destin picks it up, hands it out to Holmes. Holmes into the front court. Holmes driving. Holmes to the hole. Shot no good. Rebound Dillingham.
Maybe anticipated contact that didn't come.
Dillingham to Austin. Austin near side works it into the front court. Back to Dillingham. Swings it around to Grooms on the far side. Grooms dumps the pass to Harville. Jay is up. Might have been deflected by Farr. It's out of bounds. They will say Farr did not deflect it because it is off Gordonsville, out of bounds.
And maybe catching a break there. Coach looked like it was very possible it could have been blocked partially.
Coach Watson certainly wanted it, and he's lobbying for it, but I don't think he's going to get it.
The referee kind of said, what do you want me to do about it? I didn't see it. I can't call if I don't see it.
Farr's out. Holmes also setting for the DeKalb County Tigers. Lee Colwell back out, as is Johnny Ray. Melton with the ball, 1:40 and counting in the third. It's a 12-point Tiger lead, 34-22. Colwell to Ray, lobbing low for Stribling. Good ball movement. Great ball movement. Stribling off the glass. Johnny Ray with a nice look down low.
Great interior passing, and now DeKalb County starting to feel it. It's all started by their defense.
36-22. It's a 14-point advantage. With the basketball, Jared Givens, who's back out for Gordonsville, who replaced Dillingham a moment ago. Back out to Grooms near midcourt. Grooms working it to the far side. He's going to have it stolen by Stribling. Here come the Tigers. Stribling quickly into the front court. Cross court, Dillard all alone. Thought about the three. He traveled.
Yeah.
He thought about a second too long and then decided to take off and shuffle.
Yeah, he had too much time to think about it. Should have just pulled it as he got thinking about what he was wanting to do. As Randolph will check in, along with Rankhorn. Taking his seat will be Dillard, Melton, and also Holmes checks out for, I guess, Ray that is re-entered.
So the DeKalb County Tigers will be on defense with under a minute to play. Here's just under a minute. 14 points to the deficit facing Gordonsville, who has the basketball. Givens firing it out near midcourt to Austin. Austin draws the double team. Cody Randolph back out there for the black and gold as well. As the shot is on the way by Austin, it's up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Rankhorn. Rankhorn to Randolph. Randolph into the front court, pushing it over to Colwell. Colwell far side. Coach Martin said one. That means hold it. That means kill some time. That means spread it out. That means line up some four corners. That means 25 seconds and counting, and the Tigers will be in no hurry. Rankhorn with the basketball. Pressured. Now we'll put it in motion. Puts it over the far side of Colwell. 15 seconds on the clock. Austin over to cover Colwell. And we're going to have a timeout for DeKalb County. Coach Lynus Martin wanted to talk about it. He's got 13.4 seconds left, and certainly the Tigers in this situation would like to get a bucket here. 20-second timeout for the DC Tigers to kind of draw up a game plan.
Yeah, you're going to draw up a play here. You want to get, he may want to get a look, at least a good look from the perimeter. It's going to be a sideline inbound, far side away from the bench. So that's where DeKalb County, what they're working with here. You may look to try to get a corner inbound shot. At the very least, he's drawing up something to get a good look. You want to go in. If you can spread this lead out a little bit more, of course, that's what you want to do. DeKalb County, though, Tom, defensively in this quarter, it has been absolutely fantastic. A lot of aggressive play, running, jumping, and they've done it primarily without fouling. Now, keep in mind, early in this quarter, it was a couple of quick fouls by Destin Farr, but since then, they've done all of this defensive pressure without committing and picking up any unnecessary fouls.
Only the two-team fouls. Gordonsville's only picked up 3. Randolph will inbound. Will do so to Colwell. Back to Cody Randolph. And the Tigers will have 10 seconds to put it in motion. Bounce pass to Ray. Ray low to Stribling. Stribling, what? 3-second call down low.
And I thought DeKalb has gotten away with a 3-second on a couple of sequences here late in this quarter that hasn't been called. That one is.
Not there. 5 seconds on the clock. Givens is trapped in the backcourt. Gordonsville trying to work it across. Half-court shot at the buzzer. No good. And after 3 periods of play, the DeKalb County Tigers on top 36-22. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more Tiger basketball on WJLE.
King Fork Electrical Operative, where you make the difference. You're involved. That's the key. Assured low-cost electricity. Power for your home, the economical choice. King Fork Electrical, powered by you. King Fork Electrical Operative, where you make the difference.
36-22 is your score in favor of DeKalb County by 14. Darvin, they held Gordonsville to 7 points that period. Only 3 field goals converted by the visiting Tigers. Good defense.
And they're holding them to just over 7 points per quarter. A good defensive effort we're witnessing right here. DeKalb tacks on 14 in that period. And so DeKalb County's defense has been what has been the big thing. Bobby Johnson checking in, so it's Randolph, Johnson, Colwell, Ray, and Rankhorn. So the starters getting the breather. I'd say they would be looked to finish this off if necessary as this game goes later in the fourth.
Colwell, far side. Johnson at the free throw line. Back to Colwell. Lee will bounce it low, looking for Ray. Ray's got to pick it up as it was deflected down there. We got a tie up now as Ray comes in there. Dusty Ray to tie it up, and Gordonsville will have possession.
Shaky pick. Could have been a 3-second. We had a couple of other DeKalb County players before that jump ball took place to be kind of set up shop in the lane, if you will, making it their home away from home. Pitching a 10, as you used to say.
Pitching a 10. As here we go with the ball in the front court. Gordonsville's Gibbons has it. Cross court, number 12, 𝗥𝗱𝗏 is into the game. Shot up by Gordonsville's no good. Rebound, Bobby Johnson comes away with it.
The head-banded one getting the big rebound.
As Randolph will lead the charge to the front court. Colwell on the far side. Back out to Randolph. Bounce pass near side, Rankhorn. Rankhorn going to be fronted there by 𝗥𝗱𝗏. Rankhorn puts it on the floor, looking for Johnson. In and out of his hands. He'll chase it down. Bobby Johnson, some defensive pressure on him. We'll work it to Colwell on top of the key now to Rankhorn. 7:07 and counting here in the fourth period. DeKalb County by 14. Looking again for Johnson. Ball popped loose. Scrambled for the basketball. DeKalb County will have possession as a tie-up is whistled. A jump ball, if you prefer. And DeKalb County will inbound in front of their own bench with Randolph. 7 minutes, 1 second remaining in regulation basketball. 36-22, the D.C. Tigers over the Gordonsville Tigers. Foul going to be whistled down low as trying to get in position there was number 23, Jared Gibbons. He'll draw his first personal foul.
Not a lot of fouls overall. We talked about only 2 for DeKalb here in the second half, and that's 4 for Gordonsville.
And again, the first one on Gibbons as the ball will be brought into Colwell on the wing. Colwell out top of the key now, Randolph. Randolph near side, Rankhorn puts it on the floor, backing it out, looking for something as he drew the double team. Now we'll fire it back out to Randolph. Randolph, the freshman, getting some playing time in this ball game to Bobby Johnson. Pulls up for the 8-footer, won't go, and we got a foul down underneath. I believe Johnson whistled, trying to get in position on the rebound. And
Bobby picking up his first.
Okay, and the 13th foul for the D.C. Tigers. 36-22, Gordonsville with the basketball and trailing the DeKalb County Tigers by 14. Again, the starting 5 on the bench for the D.C. Tigers start things off in the fourth. Whether or not they come back, I guess, will be determined by what Gordonsville is able to do against the Tigers subs. A charge going to be whistled. Johnny Ray doing a nice job down underneath to draw the charge on Gibbons.
Well, Johnny has really become the epitome of a 6-man. He's really stepped his game up. I think he has, so far in the season, improved as much as anyone from last year's performance. Johnny has certainly came to play his senior year.
Certainly has, and he's done a fine job.
The football MVP,
yes,
to make mention of those that may have missed that.
Congratulations to Johnny Ray. Did win that award at Wednesday night's football banquet. Cross-court pass from Khalid Colwell, set up over there. Colwell had to reach high for it. Now in traffic, coughs up the basketball. 𝗥𝗱𝗏 had it, lost it. Now what? We got a foul. Foul on the floor. That looks to be number 34 again, Bobby Johnson's second. So in a matter of a couple of moments, Bobby's picked up a couple of fouls and run DeKalb County's foul total up still well under the penalty here at 4 for the half. And it will be Gordonsville with the ball in the front court. Austin coming near side with it to Gibbons. Gibbons with the ball. Back out to Austin near midcourt. Austin bounce pass. 𝗥𝗱𝗏 on the far side. 𝗥𝗱𝗏 fronted by Colwell. Out top of the key now to Gibbons. Gibbons pressured there by Randolph. 5:53 and counting. DeKalb's defense swarming. They've done a fine job in the entire game. Long three is on the way. Throwing that bomb up there. It's no good. Ball rolled out of bounds. They're going to say DeKalb touched it last.
That's Spencer Beatty territory.
Yes, I thought that certainly 𝗎𝗪𝗼 was the last one to touch that basketball, but not so, says the official. Getting short on officiating crew tonight. These two guys have had their work cut out for them. Normally what would be a 3-man crew at 2. Ball pass inbound to 𝗥𝗱𝗏, almost lost it. Works it off to 𝗎𝗪𝗼. Jumper in and out, no good. Austin to follow, and the offensive rebound will score.
And to the officials' credit, at least to this point, they've done a pretty effective job, only given that there has been 2.
DeKalb County, the starting 5 back up to the scorer's table. It's 36-24. As the ball comes to Cody Randolph, who will dump it into the front court to Ray on the near side. Ray's got a 12-footer on the way. Nice touch, Johnny Ray, showing some range, and the Tigers lead by 14.
Boy, his shot is so unusual. A one-handed shot for the most part. He does a little, keeps that ball in a good shooting form.
38-24 shot, no good, but a follow-up by 𝗥𝗡𝗑𝗏. Missing was Givens, but 𝗥𝗡𝗏 came in for the follow in his first deuce of the night. 38-26, Gordonsville. And Lee Colwell, what? We got a timeout. I think Colwell had the basketball. Wow. They're going to award the timeout. Well, DeKalb County gets a break there as Colwell fell down trying to grab the loose basketball and able to get the timeout for the DC Tigers. It'll be a full, so we'll take a break with 4:52 left to play in the fourth period. 38-26, Tigers over Gordonsville by 12, back in 30 seconds.
I hear you want to sell your home. Well, I have some good news for you. Tanya Webb at Center Hill Realty is an energetic, full-time agent who keeps your needs in mind. She constantly stays in contact with her sellers and works hard to keep them informed and updated. Her customer relations skills, combined with her 9 years of experience in real estate, will make selling your home a joy instead of a headache. Call Tanya today to add your name to her long list of happy sellers. That's Tanya Webb at Center Hill Realty. Phone 597-8488.
38-26 is the score. The DeKalb County Tigers with a 12-point lead, and the starting five will now take their place out on the floor for the DeKalb County Tigers. Farr, Holmes, Zoller, Dillard, Melton. And Gordonsville will counter with Givens, Ray, 𝗥𝗡𝗏, Harville, and Austin, the five on the floor. DeKalb County will inbound. Melton to do so. Near court in front of the scorer's table. We'll bring it into Holmes, back to Melton. The Tigers bring it into the front court, and Austin's going to take it away, but a foul called on the reach-in by number 33. John Austin picking up his second 16th foul against the visiting Tigers.
And if you ever wonder if it's a foul or not, always watch the player that was called. As John Austin's reaction there was like, yeah, I fouled him.
I don't like it, but I'll admit it. Dillard on the wing, gets his man in the air, will dump it off to Zoller. Zoller to Farr at the free throw line, looking to drive. Farr got into some traffic. 3-second violation again.
It's going to be called. You spend too much time in the paint tonight, the ball will be turned back over to the opposing team.
Well, they've not only pitched a tent, Darvin, I think they built a campground in the painted area tonight. Both games tonight, we've seen a lot of lane violations. Ray with the ball, looking for the pass to Harville. Harville had it, lost it out of bounds. Turnover, Gordonsville. DC will get it back.
And I think DeKalb here, Tom, needs to reassert themselves. They had built a very comfortable lead, had been playing very well. I think some of that defensive intensity waned a bit, so they need to reassert themselves here, either offensively or defensively, perhaps both.
Holmes with the ball for the Tigers. Baseball pass into the front court, has Farr there. Farr in traffic, puts it up. It rolls in and out, no good. Melton gets the rebound, but he travels as he falls to the floor with it, and Gordonsville will get it back. 4:09 left to play in regulation. It's a 12-point game, 38-26. It's not been a thing of beauty tonight, but the Tigers with a 12-point advantage here.
You're saying not quite a pearl.
Not exactly. Looks more like an NBA game. Shot up, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Destin Farr. Farr has it knocked away. Going to be picked up by Harville, and a foul called. If that's Farr, he's done.
It is against Farr, and he will be done. The only thing I don't like about that call is it appeared that, I believe that was also on the offensive end, that whoever the offensive player, looked like they led with their forearm on that play, which is a troublesome thing. Did they not call that on Destin?
I guess not. As
they're saying 4. Oh, that is 4. Never mind.
Okay.
In doubt, look at my score sheet.
Shot is up, no good. Saved in by Harville, but saved into Farr. Farr into the front court. Melton all the way. Misses the layup. Holmes tried to go up for the follow. Couldn't get it. Austin has it, and a Gordsonsville player hurt in the backcourt as it's going to be Harville strong to the hole. Got it, and the foul. Injured is number 23, Givens, as he just basically crawling into the front court. And he's going to have to check out here. And some obvious pain, looks like a knee or lower leg extremity. The DeKalb trainer will come over to check him out.
It's going to be Zoller picking up the foul.
Grooms will check in. Both teams now just shy of the penalty here at 6 apiece. Matt Stribling in for DeKalb County. Zoller will sit down. To the free throw line will go Harville.
Scary thing here is if Gordonsville starts shooting free throws well, Tom, they can seriously cut into this lead if they can get to the free throw line.
9 as he makes that one, converting the three-point play. 38-29. DeKalb County by 9. 3:35 on the clock. Still a lot of time remaining And Gordonsville trying to creep back into this thing. Holmes with it on the wing, looking, shoveling it down low for Matt Stribling. Stribling, good and nice job down in there. As he got in position, took it strong to the hole.
Keep in mind the 3 seconds is going to hurt us. That was a 3-second violation there probably as well, but it wasn't called. A great move by Stribling.
40-29, bodies falling as a shot by Dusty Ray is no good, no call. And Dillard's got the basketball for DeKalb County. Down low to Stribling. Stribling, turn around Jay up, no good. Farr the rebound. Farr battling, fighting, looking, shooting, missing. Rebound taken away by Gordonsville.
I'm afraid it's going to get chippy.
A lot of physical play. Austin falls down with it. He looks to be hurt. Melton's got it. He takes it for the layup. No, but contact. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, give this about a minute and a half. They don't do something. It's going to get chippy in a hurry.
Austin got it real slow. He fell down, lost the basketball. He looks like he's going to stay in, but he got kind of gimpy there for a moment. To the line will go Melton. 2 shots coming up and a chance to make it 13 if he can convert them both. First of which is up. It is good as he rattles it home. 41-29. Tiger lead is a dozen. Melton will get the second one. Trying to make it a 13-point game. It's up. It's good. Rattles it home. Johnny Ray will check in for the Tigers. Sitting will be Matt Stribling. Gordonsville will have the ball back, but the Tigers have a 13-point lead at 42-29. 2:52 left to play in the ball game. With it, Austin. Austin into the front court. Grooms near side. Grooms going cross court with it. McCaleb is open for 3. It's on the way. It's no good. Hard off the rim. Rebound. Austin tips it to himself. Takes it strong to the hole. Austin scores. He's got 12 points, and Gordonsville trails by 11. 42-31. Holmes weaving through traffic. Dumps it low for Farr. Farr's reverse layup will not go. Rebound Ray. Ray will work it to Austin. Austin quickly the other way for Gordonsville. Oh, my goodness, what a long-distance 3 on the way. No good. Rebound's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the visiting Tigers.
Is there a reason to take an NBA 3 on the break?
He wears 33, so he's like, I'm Larry Bird, and I'm going to fire this up from just across the mid-court stripe. It looked like he fired that one up long distance. But you're right. On the break, they should have went for the deuce.
Or at least take a shorter 3.
42-31. Farr the other way down to the paint, forces the J, no, but draws the contact. Destin to the line for 2 shots. 42-31.
ESPN's not here. You're not impressing anyone.
Dusty Ray picks up his second.
LeBron is safely in Ohio.
Did you see LeBron play the other night?
I saw the highlights.
I'll tell you what. Somebody's going to be a very happy NBA team next year. We may start seeing the Grizzlies sandbagging.
He's going to be happy as LeBron James when Adidas and Nike settle the dust.
I tell you, that's for sure. Dillingham back in as Harville will sit down. Farr makes the first, looking for the second. It's 43-31. It is 44-31. Farr converts, and the Tigers lead by 13. 2 minutes and change on the clock here in the fourth. Here comes the pressures. The ball comes into Grooms. Grooms will work it to Dillingham, who will work it across midcourt to Dusty Ray. Ray blocked by Farr. Picked up by McCaleb. Shot in and out. No good. Destin the rebound. Farr firing it up the floor to Holmes across the timeline. Holmes pulls up 10-footer. In around, round. Good. Holmes will score, and the Tigers jump out by 15.
The ball getting the $10 tour of the rim.
46-31. 1:40 on the clock. Austin into the front court to Dusty Ray. Ray takes it. Shot over Farr. Charge! Dusty Ray. That's his third.
Well, if they're going to not stop, all you got to do is stand there. Destin had about 5 seconds of defensive position. Didn't matter. He was going to go over top of him. A good job by Destin gaining position and getting the charge call. 1:34. DeKalb County starting to gain some of that momentum to close this out. And eventually you're going to start having to hit free throws. Destin's going to get a breather, but I assume very shortly Gordonsville will start fouling.
I'd say he may be out for the duration. Should DeKalb County maintain this lead. Melton also out as Randolph back in. Bobby Johnson on the floor. Johnson near side with the ball. Hands it off to Holmes. Holmes will set it up for the D.C. Tigers. 1:20 on the clock. Cross-court Dillard. Oh, he's open. He's open. He's going to draw the contact as Dillard went strong to the hole. He'll get the 2 shots.
Might have been a lot of body there. It looked like a lot of ball. Got some body as well. That's going to garner the foul. And
Dillingham with his first.
Lance always a good free throw shooter. We'll go to the line.
And Dillard, the free throw is good. He'll get another. 47-31. Tigers by 16.
And so far they've done what they needed to do. 5 of 5 in this period free throws.
Free throw good. Dillard makes them both. 48-31. Coach Martin backing everybody off. into the half court, is into the front court. Austin with the ball to Jackson on the wing. Jackson back out to Austin. Look at this! Long distance again. It's up no good. Rebound Jackson. I mean, he is nailing it.
You don't get 4 if you hit it.
He's sending air mail there, and he misses again. Scramble for the basketball midcourt. Travel going to be whistled against Jackson as he gained possession, but then walks.
Well, you don't get 4 if you hit it. You know, you don't get 4 if you hit it from the DeKalb market. It's not
For
anything
sure.
extra.
Alex Woodward's in. Jacob Rankhorn's in. Lee Colwell's in. Johnny Ray is out. Lance Dillard is out. Matt Holmes is out. And so the Tigers have Johnson, Woodward, Rankhorn, Randolph, and Colwell out on the floor for the
sub out. Doesn't matter.
For the final 61 seconds.
The referee was saying, "Oh, you didn't really get that sub in," and finally he's like, "Okay."
Under a minute to play. Tigers by 17. They're going to win their 4th of the year as the ball comes to Woodward. And Randolph swings it around Rankhorn. Rankhorn, Randolph, Woodward. Ball popped loose from Randolph. Taken by Jackson. Jackson is going to be fouled. No, he's going to travel. He traveled as he must have lost the dribble there. As Shecky get to the ball game, going to be 42. Jonathan Washer for Gordonsville. Grooms will sit down. Scoreless for the ball game. 41.9 seconds left, and it's 48-31 as the ball comes into Woodward. Woodward to Randolph. Randolph works his way out top with the basketball to Woodward at the free throw line. More Tigers up off the bench. Randolph, Rankhorn. Rankhorn on the wing. Randolph, 29 seconds on the clock. Ball deflected around Rankhorn. Randolph working out top, getting some pressure there. Number 15, Jeremy Thomas into the game, and timeout called by Coach Lynus Martin because he wants to get more subs into the game. And the bench will be cleared here, Darvin Gill.
Everyone getting Josh Osborne along with Justin Hooper, Daniel Alexander. I'm trying to see who else is.
I believe also Cody Tisdale and Jake Nokes are up off the bench for the Tigers.
And that would round out the 5 that'd be on the floor.
Nokes hasn't played in the game this year, by the way. One of the few Tigers not to. It was set out early on with an injury, and is back to action. 20.5 seconds left, 48-31. It is a 17-point game that favors the DC Tigers, who will again move to 4-3 with the victory tonight.
Get above 500 before they travel, have a little 7AA road trip on Tuesday night.
We'll talk about that, of course, coming up in the Sports Plus post-game show. Going to be a big district showdown Tuesday night between DeKalb County and Livingston. As the DeKalb County with the basketball, Cody Tisdale, near side of Josh Osborne. 8 seconds on the clock. Osborne forcing a pass to be deflected, taken away by Gordonsville's got some subs out there as well. Chad Hunter, long distance 3, no good. Shot back at the buzzer, no good, and the ball game is over. The DeKalb County Tigers beat the Gordonsville Tigers tonight, 48-31. To move to 4-3 on the basketball season. Gordonsville, conversely, will drop to 4-4. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. The Sports Plus postgame show coming up. This is Tiger Basketball on WJLE.
Mrs. Jones wants down.